I feel like it would be really cool to own a moment from like that kid that won $1 million playing Fortnite.
Yeah.
Like why don't people like historical gaming clips? That's
I think what we did this launch. We launched with we had something similar to like NBA Top Shot. We wanted to do something very similar to this. We launched with clicks. We released a bunch of NFTs. Frankly, the gaming industry just doesn't like NFTs. It'll be the first thing that I think everybody should understand is like there is first they ignore you, then they fight you. We're at the then they fight you stage. We released a bunch of NFTs. Like they were the biggest concern, interestingly enough, that were a bunch of historical clips of clicks. Essentially, was the environmental impact of Polygon and Ethereum. That's what gamers cared about. That was like the big concern about what they were trying to figure out. So from our perspective, it was really just saying, whoa, okay, like, you know, people in gaming care about different things. I always thought it was interesting that the biggest consumers of energy would be the biggest environmental, be the most environmentally concerned. Not to say that I don't think we should be concerned about the environment. I just thought that was like a interesting crossover, like gamers like sitting on these like high-powered gaming rigs, hammering them all day. It's like, man, like the same thing a Bitcoin miner runs on, right? And if you're worried about the environment, it's the same thing. So I think it's an interesting argument, but I do think it's the right. They come from the right place, and it's the right thing to do overall. So I think that was one big factor. Is like, frankly, they just don't like it. That was the first piece. The second was the environmental piece, and third, like onboarding a gamer who's used to like a Fortnite or simple UI into like a Polygon wallet where you have to have Matic and ETH or USDC in order to make a purchase. That was confusing for them.
Yeah.
That was a little bit too much.
Yeah, we see this meshing of like larger platforms, or I guess like the opposite. So let me talk about Polygon hiring YouTube Gaming, the head of YouTube Gaming over there. Want to get your take there, but I also want to get your take on, you know, how Twitch and how YouTube are viewing NFTs as well in like Web3, right? We kind of got the esports take, but like what are they talking about behind the scenes essentially, you think?
So I think Twitch and YouTube just can't think about it. They're too big that like this technology has come along with like a lot of big esport orgs, like they're so big that they can't be early movers. They can't be like big adopters early on of NFTs, right? I think guys like Twitch and YouTube, they just do something so well that they're like, you know, it's not impacting our bottom line. Like, why do we have to care? And like, I think that like Polygon, shout out to my boy Irv over there, who leads biz dev over there. I think those guys are like really onto something. Like they figured out like gaming is going to be the next evolution, and they're poised to be a big player too. Immutable X just released like a $500 million gaming fund. They realize the same thing. Everyone realizes that like gaming is going to be the next thing. It's almost inevitable, right? So I think that the platforms that will be built aren't going to be like Twitch and YouTube integrating NFTs. Twitch did like an NFT drop through their drops mechanism, went okay. I think they're trying stuff. You know what I mean? Like behind the scenes, they're probably testing it, seeing if something could happen. But at the end of the day, like, are they really gonna like release some crazy NFT product? Like maybe, but like 3 or 4 years from now. You know what I mean? It's something that it's they don't have a proof of concept right now. We've got PFP NFTs and like launching tokens. That's crypto's proof of concept so far.